Phor heads to L.A., Ryan gets a call from Barbie, and Cobra tosses Reese, and we're here for it. The review is up next.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, y'all know what it is. It's about that time again.
Hey,
Chi-Town. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? We are Black Ink Crew Chicago AfterBuzz Review. I'm your girl Carmen, and I'm here with my girls.
Hey guys, I'm Nakia Monet.
And what's up? I'm L.Marie.
And it's Drew Jones.
And we are here to review your most favoriteest TV show, Black Ink Crew Chicago. What's up, ladies?
Yes, and we're all together again.
Now, last week we had a bomb interview from Don, y'all.
Yeah.
How'd y'all feel about it?
That was dope. It was dope.
It was a good interview.
I will say this, like, Don, you know, he puts out a lot on TV, and a lot of things have had happen. But for that and for him to still come on and keep it as honest as he did,
yes,
I love and respect him. And that's one thing about the cast. We give them a hard time sometimes, the fans do, but they come and sit here and they're like, this happened and this didn't happen. So shout out to Dawn, shout out to the whole cast. We love y'all.
Shout out to everybody who has been brave enough to come in here after y'all watch us roast the episodes, to come and actually sit and give us an interview, because it really is all with love. Like, we are fans of your show. Like, we really love watching and tuning in. You guys are entertaining, and I feel like y'all have one of the best reality shows on TV, and so does America, because y'all were definitely #1 last year. Let's not forget about that. So we love it when y'all come in and give us the inside scoop and face the tough questions. And hats off to Don, because he really he faced some tough questions, because we sure enough asked him about that thought in that Snapchat.
And he broke it down.
Yeah, he definitely broke it down.
Don has his story together, and he's sticking with it.
Right.
And
ain't nobody gonna change that for Don.
And don't, because you know what? He's a great guy. He got it figured out. That's his business. It's working. He's working it out with his wife for now. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to them for getting it back together.
Yeah, shout out to him.
And moving right along. Shout out to everybody that's been here. Ryan. Shout out to Charmaine.
Kat. Van.
Neek.
Yep, Neek came.
We got
through.
Neek.
It was cool to see what they were filming while Ryan and Phor were here.
Exactly, because this is the week that Ryan visited us, is the week that's airing now. So that's kind of cool, right?
Cool.
That's dope. And VH1, next time if you want to bring the cameras to AfterBuzz, you can do that
You
too.
absolutely should.
Because they've done it for other shows.
Matter of fact, I'm going to have my people talk to your people, because we need to see what's really
But shout
going
out
on.
to them. That was really cool, because to take the time out while they were filming,
Definitely.
to come and holler at us. So Ryan
and you got to go to one of those events that they were filming at that they showed
I went
tonight.
to the pop-up. I was like thinking I was going to see myself in the background. I didn't. That's fine. That's fine.
You were there.
I was there. But yeah, no, it was cool for them to stop by.
That's dope.
So what did you guys think about this week's episode?
Yowzers.
It was like, here comes the tension, but you on its way back.
A lot of things starting to make sense, because remember we just said that they came in and they talked about a lot of things, but we didn't understand what Ryan was saying. And now that we know that they were filming that day and the day after, because they were like, guys, we're going to go back and film. And now to see what they were actually filming, I'm like,
what they were filming.
Because if y'all remember, he was like on one. Like, he was super nice to us, but he was like, you could tell something was riling him up.
Yeah,
it makes so much sense now. Like, oh, that was what was going on.
So when Ryan, for anybody who missed the episode, when Ryan came to visit us, it was fresh off of the episode that they aired where allegedly there's a gun hole in the shop wall that Ryan put in the wall, allegedly. We don't know if he did it. We're not going to accuse him of anything. But we had to talk about it. And he was literally like, you going to ask me that while I'm at? And like, you really going to ask me that right now? And I'm like, well, it just came on. I have to ask you.
Right.
But now we see that he feels like he got dry snitched on.
Right.
And, you know.
And the fact that he was still dealing with all of that. So it wasn't like, you know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like, oh, okay, this is an old episode. I'm past it. It was like he was still in the
moment.
thick of it. Not only that, getting a call from his lawyer, like, oh yeah, the police were looking for you.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, he was like, all that was built up inside him.
But you got to be careful about what you do on a TV set.
You do allegedly.
Like, allegedly. What you allegedly do.
That's the word of the day.
But I understand. Do y'all remember how he reacted when we brought up Charmaine? He was like, I don't really want to hear nothing about her. Like, don't bring her.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
It makes sense. It makes
Now
sense
I get it.
that's the day where he's seen the article, and in the article they made it seem like she said something, and and even because he was even saying things like, you know, I feel like certain people are trying to make it, and I thought he was talking about Van that whole time. He's like, people are throwing me under the bus and they're putting me in the situation where I can go to jail and saying these things, and come to find out it was the article. So watching the episode was a little nostalgic and a little creepy, because I'm like, damn, we just talked to them the day before.
And it lets you know how fast this stuff is happening, and it's really actually happening.
And they're still filming, so shout out to
and
them.
his favorite line when he comes in his, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. So and I don't think he's lying.
He's never lying.
He's never lying. Like,
he's always on point, and we're like, what more can you stress us out about Ryan?
What more?
Well, before we get too far into Ryan and his topic, let's go into Phor. I want to talk about Phor, because Phor is coming to the Sunshine State, honey. He is on his way to LA to pursue his music career, and baby girl Nicki is like, oh, puppy dog eyes. Like, don't leave me, Nicki. Don't leave me, Phor. And I get it, girl. Every time we bring up y'all two, I'm like, we get it.
We get it.
We get it. Y'all just two delicious drops in one.
Just beautiful.
Just don't even need to be separated ever. Just y'all need to come in a 2-pack. Just
That's a fact.
That's a whole fact.
I was like sometimes there's couples where you're like, oh, you don't really want to see the other person or the girlfriend or the boyfriend. Nah, I want to see Nicki and Phor.
Did y'all hear that Freudian slip? I mean, I meant to say, dang, I get it, but I was like, dang, I miss her. She ain't my girl though. Like, see what I'm saying? See the Nicki effect. Hey, Nicki. Hey, girl. But yeah, he's got to come handle his business in LA with London on the track.
Yeah.
Let's
talk about London on the track.
Let's talk about that. I'm all for people who know what the hell they're doing, like, and are good at what they do. But I feel like if you want to get the best out of somebody, you're not going to sit there and keep like chastising them and like dragging them.
He was like intentionally roasting Phor. Don't be roasting my boy like that.
Exactly. I was getting a little upset.
You make a good point. Like, I feel like if you want the best out of an artist as a producer, you can let them know what they're doing wrong, but also you're supposed to encourage them. Like, he came from Chicago. He's not in the studio with you and all these other big artists all the time. So it's like, bruh, I just didn't like the way he was kind of talking to Phor.
Yeah, it was like pressed to be important.
Totally demeaning.
It was demeaning.
And you're not telling him what you want him to do. Like, that's the other thing. You clearly have this like vision of what you want the song to be, but you're not telling him, at least from what we're seeing, you're not telling him how to make it better. So you're like, if you're going to say my name, cool, how do you want him to say it?
And I love that he asked that.
Because Phor asked, so it really was like that. Like, he wasn't really giving the direction, just giving criticism with nothing to back that up with.
First of all, it's like freestyling in here with these lights on. First of all, y'all needed to dim the lights if you wanted to vibe right. Production. Dim the lights, light a candle. Somebody roll a J.
Right.
Somebody crack some Hennessy.
No smoke in here.
Let's get the studio vibe going.
Because remember, you know, he was already nervous because he had to leave Loyal Inc. So he's thinking about his friends.
Right.
He's thinking about his girl. So he's already, you know, he's nervous. So it's like, London, I get you're trying to create greatness, but this isn't like, he's not Chris Brown. And that's not the shade for. It's just that he's new and he's getting back into the studio. You got to work with him a little bit. Don't just say, don't do this. Okay, so tell me how to fix it.
And especially somebody who's been basically kind of doing everything on their own. You know what I mean? Like, haven't had like a big name producer like that to work with. He's been doing everything on his own and doing very well by doing it on his own. But it's like, chill out, dude. Like, have some respect for him.
And like, no shade, but when he kept talking about I'm London on the track, I was like, the only thing I can really picture in my head right now is you saying London on the track, but I can't actually think of a song
like your hit
off the top of my head. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's London.
We like sisters. You ain't gonna come for Phor.
You're not gonna come for Phor.
No. You know, I respect London. He's a dope producer, but at the same time, is what like we all said, like, you gotta chill out a little bit. You called him to come to Cali.
Right.
He got up. He risked his relationship and his job.
Right.
It's like, work with me. Let's be a partnership. You don't have to talk down to me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I wonder if he would be doing that if it was, let's say, a Nicki Minaj or a Lil Wayne or whoever.
Nicki
like,
wop him if he tried that.
Nicki would roast him for his whole life. Like, he would have nothing left if he talked to Nicki like that.
Keep that same energy for everyone.
Exactly.
You ain't gonna talk to Oprah and Nicki and them like that. Don't talk to me like that.
That just let me know how I view Phor, because I view Phor as an artist who's on the level where should be respected. So when I saw him in that light, I was like, oh, they like making Phor look like a baby boy. But Phor ain't no baby boy. He got it popping in Chicago. He's on TV. He's a celebrity. You know, so respect him. That's all. But I get it, like, it's egos and like maybe guys have like an alpha male thing where they have to let you know who's.
Maybe it's because he's so little in comparison. Like,
Yeah.
Because
that Napoleon complex is real.
And then when you come to LA, you know, LA people, they tend to get a little different. So
factual.
Yeah. Well, Phor doesn't have to come alone. He has the support of his best friend Ryan, who tags along and says, "Yo, let's do this LA thing. I got your back." Yeah. Well, I think that was dope.
That's super dope.
I thought that was really dope. I think it's dope that he's not pressuring him to. He didn't necessarily. He offered him the out, like if you want to come tattoo, but he didn't like pressure him to leave. And this is a bigger move, I think. Like, it's really nervous when you give up your hustle for your true passion.
It's tough.
It's a big step. So to have your best friend there, like, so supportive. And Ryan is on it. I'm telling y'all, Ryan is about his business. He's like, so while I'm there, we're going to set this non-mag pop-up shop up. I'm going to get these coins over here. Right. You going to get those coins over there. And that energy drew in the one and only Nicki Minaj.
And that's why, and I remember in the past when they were fighting at NYMAC, I used to always say, one thing I will say about Ryan, and this is why he's so great and smart, is because he always thought with a business mind. When I felt like everybody else was fighting about who should be number one, Ryan's like, that's cool, but let's go on this tour and let's get these shirts. And that's one thing I admire about Ryan.
I think Ryan's thing is how he does things.
Yeah.
I think it's always, I don't ever think that he doesn't have a valid point. Like, even the first time, Van's beef was, you're selling shirts that you don't have a right to. You don't have the right to the artwork. You don't have the right to just up and sell this without us because we're partners. But I wonder if anybody else was going to do it. Right. If he didn't do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The same with the way he left the shop. He could have set everybody down like, y'all, I need out. I need out for my family's sake. Right. I need out for my health. I had a heart issue. Let's not forget he had a heart issue. He don't need all that stress.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it's his tactics. Like, he just goes hard.
It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
You know what I will say, though? When Kat was brought up in the car, he didn't drag her or say anything crazy. And
he didn't.
And I had a lot of respect for that.
From what we've seen.
Yeah. Well, yeah. From what
but you know, I don't think he would either. And
I gagged when Phor said, "Have you what's up with Kat?" You would call Kat. I was like, "Oh, girl,"
because that was a thought in my mind. They're both dealt with Kat.
Say yeah on camera if he did. He ain't gonna say yeah. But so Rachel can beat my ass when I get home.
I was waiting for him to say to Phor, "You gonna call your girl Kat?"
Right.
Listen,
he could have taken that moment to like publicly say something.
And he didn't.
You know, and he didn't.
That's what's up.
That was like cool of him.
That's what's up. I got
very
hopes.
Mature.
I got hopes.
I got hopes for everyone. They're going to reunite, and we're going to live happily ever after, and there's going to be one big shop, and we're going to come together. I know Ryan says that's not going to happen, but I have hopes.
Please,
Dawn said he does too.
Miss Kat is in Beverly Hills, hunty, doing her thing. She don't have to work for nobody ever.
No, I'm not saying work for them, but I have a vision. I have a dream, a Martin Luther King dream. Yes. That they will all come together, tattoo needles and all, come back in Chicago and have one big party. And even though they don't work together, they just come together and say, you know what? I respect you. We family. We NYMAC forever. And let's go our separate ways. And let's keep the peace. I have a dream, and I feel like that may happen.
We're here for it.
Yes. They're all watching us like, no.
Non-mag. They're like, you tried it.
They're like, wow. They spitting out juice and everything.
Listen, Dawn last week said he had hope too, so.
Let's talk about Nicki Minaj calling up Ryan. Ooh. I think she called him because he was fine.
Right?
I think that's the tea.
I agree with her.
That's what I'm saying. Ryan could only draw stick figures for all I care. I've been like, you know what? I too want a tattoo.
I could have got anybody to put the stencil of Barbie on my wrist because it's literally the Barbie writing script from Barbie. Yeah. Anybody could have done that, but.
Ryan's a cutie.
I ain't mad.
I see you, Nicki girl. Do you?
Do you, girl?
Queen. I see you.
Get that.
We told him to stop by too, girl.
I love it. But you know what I love? I love watching this show because that's something that we reported in the news.
Exactly.
So I love that we're seeing everything that we've talked about, that we've seen. It's literally coming true on the show.
It is. That's what I love. And she gives him some cloth talk like, do you?
She was
whatever.
Deep. We was deep.
It was deep. Adjacent. It's like deep adjacent, but she dropped gems
Fall back.
Do you? You know, do you?
I don't know.
You know, think on a higher level.
She said, you said it wasn't going to hurt. I was like,
Sis,
it's needles going at a fast pace into your arm.
But we can't disrespect what Nicki Minaj has accomplished, though. That she was on top of the rap game for quite a while.
Sure. No, but I will say
No, she was. But I
was.
just have other comments, but it's not for this show. So
Yeah.
she's my Sag sister, so I'm gonna respect my Sag sister right now. I will say though, it is dope to see what I love about the show. They have so many different celebrities that come on the show, so it's big to see a big star like Nicki Minaj and someone like Ryan, because Ryan goes through a lot. So for him going through what he's going through, and for her to call him up and be like, "Yo, come tattoo me," and then he brings Phor along, who is a rapper,
and that's how you do it.
You know that networking.
You put your boys on. You put the family on.
Can I just say, when she was like, "Oh, you gotta let me listen to some of your stuff," he was playing so cool. He was like, "Yeah, for sure, whatever." And I was like,
right, he was inside going crazy.
I was like, "Sure, yeah, here you go, girl. Listen to track number 1, 5, 7."
Oh, you want me to push play for you? Oh, okay, cool.
So that was dope to see her, because she's a star that when you think of Nicki, you think there's someone who can't be touched, seen. You can't find her. So the fact that they're in an environment with Nicki Minaj, that is huge. That's dope.
It is. It's dope.
I been on.
I never thought I saw Nicki Minaj on a reality show.
No. Yeah, same.
I would have.
And never. Wow.
No, that's no shade. I say this because she is friends with the whole Mona Love and Hip Hop. She did her promotion. So I assumed it would have been Love and Hip Hop, but this is a really good fit for her. Just to get a tattoo doing her music video.
In case she needs some numbers boosted or whatever.
No, I did not say that.
Allegedly.
Shout out to my Sag sister, Nicki Minaj. Sagittarius in the building.
Yeah, I got one of my best friends is a Sagittarius too, so.
Bitch, we been on.
They've been on, honey.
We're crazy.
Nicki is y'all. Do y'all remember Smack DVD Nicki?
Yes.
Smack DVD Nicki is a beast, and she is.
But today Nicki she's a huge superstar. And
yes.
She's
today
huge.
Nicki is so commercial.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to be though, because
she
want your coins to grow.
Exactly. So she crossed over to the Harajuku Barbies situation. Now she's crossing over into reality TV. I'm not mad. Get your check. Speaking of getting checks, do we have any information from the network that we could share with our lovely listeners and viewers?
Hey, AfterBuzzers! Our network produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from drama, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder to serve television fans than us. But we need your help. We're asking you to please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about those annoying notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel, and we'll check it out on our AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Wait, you'll check out our other ones as well. I can't read, y'all. Let us know when you do in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. And for now, thanks for being the best fans in the world, and for helping us be the ESPN of talk shows.
Yeah, we love y'all. I just want to give a quick shout out to those who are listening to us. If you are on iTunes, make sure you guys subscribe and give us 5 stars. If you're on YouTube, shout out to everyone that's in the chat. We have a live chat on YouTube. We have some fans in the chat, and Hero E says Cobra was doing too much. If Reese was Lily, she would have popped Cobra. So if you guys are in the chat, let us know what you think. Are you guys Team Reese, Team Cobra? Who's right? Do you think that Cobra has a point? What do you guys like? You know what I'm saying?
I'm Team Cobra on that.
I'm Team Cobra.
Like, how I've been here 3 years, you've been here 3 weeks, and you get a booth over me? No.
Oh, geez.
I am just so confused. That whole situation irritates my soul, because I be damned if somebody gonna come up in the middle of my crew and bring their new homegirl, and the 2 new homegirls gonna try to run
I was
the crew.
gonna say Lily is new if we think about it. Cobra's part of that OG crew. She was like the last person that was bought in 3 years
but
ago.
she went through her bond.
Cobra's an OG.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give Cobra that. Lily and Reese, y'all knew.
But also, what annoys me more, Reese has been getting on my damn nerves since day one. What annoyed me more than anything was her freaking interview when she was like, OG and the homies give me I was like, stop talking like that, because you around black people. Word. You're annoying the hell out of me.
Yes.
Word.
She from the Bay Area.
Rebecca.
But Reese, I just feel like Cobra has a point. You understand? Like, this, I can understand if they both were new and they wanted to give it to the most talented. Cobra to me is the most talented, and 2, she's been here for 3 years, so there should be no picking of the booth. So I like that Van was able to say, you know what, Van always yelling.
I'm sick of it.
Look at this. Look at this.
We gotta get it together.
I'm happy that Van was able to pull them together and say, look, I'm tired of this. You take this booth. You go in that corner. I'll go in the front. Because enough's enough. And I just feel like, you guys, we went through this with Ryan and you guys. Let's get it together.
I feel like Van was next in line to be boss. I'm sorry.
He was.
I just feel like Van's next in line. I feel like Van should be running the show.
But humbly, he's sitting back and he's letting them do whatever. Like, if you notice, Van has just been like,
He's been chilling.
He's been chilling.
At this point, it was like, okay, I've been chilling too much. You guys are getting too out of control.
Right. Phor lost it on him before Van did. Phor lost it.
Yeah.
He lost it on him. Like,
he did.
But you know what Van's doing is really smart because he's kind of like, you know, like when you keep fighting with your parents and finally they're like, you know what, you teach yourself your lesson. Like, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to sit back and let you be dumb and then you're going to give me the reins again.
Facts.
And I feel like that's what Van's doing. And I also think it's hilarious that he doesn't know how to stop yelling once he started yelling.
Yes, because it's like everything is like this. We gotta make sure we keep it together. Family. My favorite,
I love Van.
My favorite quote from Van ever that we get to hear every week now is, look at this.
Yo, Van.
Look at this. It's so like, it was in a punch-in. Like, I need the story behind it. When Van
is mad, if he's not flipping the table, he is yelling.
I love it. He gives us what we need.
I love when Van yells. Because you need that. Everyone looks at him like, but you know that moment he was like that dad where he yelled at them and they both went in the corner and they like, but she's still, he's like, no, stop it.
And he is a dad. Like, he's a Cancer. That's a very loving, nurturing sign, dog. Like,
Reese waited till Cobra got halfway out the damn building for her to be like, and she can suck my.
Listen,
first of all,
Cobra,
Reese don't know what side she want to be on because Cobra is like, y'all gave this bitch my booth. Like, first of all, use common sense. Like, she wasn't calling you like a bitch.
Right, she was just
you
saying.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
how
y'all gave this be my booth, right? But then, okay, and I get it, being like, oh hey, I'm here. Hey, by the way, I'm Reese. Nice to meet you. That's how I would have carried it. But she come like, what you saying about somebody?
Because you know why? Because Lily like, put that battery in her back with the whole Charmaine fight.
But you so non-violent though.
Right.
But you popping off on Cobra. I wonder if when she heard who said it, like, I wonder if she popped off and came around the corner, like, who? And was like,
did she think it was Charmaine? Because Cobra's the wrong person.
Reese likes to code switch. I could have a whole rant about why Reese is not the one.
Cobra literally can pick her up with one hand and be like, girl.
If I popped off behind the wall and came around the wall and saw that Cobra was who I popped off from,
I would be like, oh, I was on the phone.
I'd be like,
Auntie, yeah, Mom, like I said.
Nah, Auntie, it's I was my friend here.
I just had something in my throat. I was just trying to clear it.
But I just thought, like, I think that with Reese, I don't know if Lily put that battery in her back because of the fight with Charmaine. So now she thinks that she can pop off on a Cobra, and I'm not here for that.
Right. Yeah. Calm
Sorry,
down.
Reese.
She feel like she has Lily in her corner. Like she'll fight my battles for me.
I mean, is Reese right now the victim of VH1 trying to reprogram us and us not having it? Is that why we don't like? Is that why we're irritated with her?
I mean, she's probably nice.
Well, she's just a bandwagon.
But we'll just never really know.
Right.
Because we're 4 seasons in. This is now like a family. We've known these people. We grow to love. When you knew, it's kind of hard to like impress the audience, impress the new people. So it is a little hard for Reese. And I do understand. And I give her that. But it's like you have to know how to play it. And unfortunately, the way they edit, we won't get to see it.
Well, yeah, because I mean, if you think of like Black Ink, like the OG, when Young Bae came on, she was low-key annoying for like one episode and she was good and everyone liked her. I just don't think Reese has that. Like, she doesn't mesh in there.
She's not a good fit.
No,
she's not a good fit. Speaking of being a good fit, Charmaine and Lily seem to be back on the right page again. But dang, I just had a whole brain fart.
It's okay. While you think of your brain fart, Harold E in the chat says, I know, because you brought up the bitch thing. He says, I know some people don't like to be referred to as a bitch, regardless of malicious intent behind it. That's how I feel about the N-word.
We kind of already talked about this. I think that's why I went, that's true. Dang. I'm sorry. I think way too quick. I didn't even acknowledge that. That is right. Like, right.
Some people don't mean to be malicious.
When they hear it, it's just like, you still refer to me as, even if you weren't directly.
Did you just say what? Right. So this good point. Good point.
Shout out to you, Harold E.
Shout out for keeping the balance in the crew. I was going to talk about Charmaine and Lily getting along, but then, that piece being kind of interrupted with the fact that this article going around about her saying that she didn't snitch, she talked to the press, but
she thought it was about the store. But yeah, that's the thing. You always need to, like, when you're talking to the press, you always need to find out what the story is about, all of that, before you say anything. Like, I feel like that's common sense.
Yeah,
it is.
Because everything you said is still related to Ryan. Like, Ryan is the shop. You know what I mean? So you can't talk about the shop and not talk about Ryan.
Right.
So it's kind of like, well, Charmaine, how did you think that was going to go?
With that situation, we need context with that, because it's like, what were they asking you? And were they just talking about violence, or were they asking, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's freaky when it comes to media, because you don't know how they're going to twist your words.
Yes.
And unfortunately, they took this moment and they ran with it, and they put you know, you're the head of WGCI. Right. They know you, and now Ryan looks at this like, what? You guys are definitely stabbing me in the back.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I kind of hope that they mend it, and I hope maybe she can say, yo, this is not what it was.
But Ryan can't be totally, I mean, he can be mad. I ain't gonna front. But you just can't be pulling, you can't be acting like that. That's all, like,
that's true,
it's
but
not
then this
all
is a different,
her fault that he has
But
this
this is a
issue.
huge publication, though.
It
You know
is.
what I mean? It's not like, oh, this was a story on, like, Bossip or the Shade Room. Like, this was in the Chicago Tribune.
He can be mad, but
I wouldn't talk on that
level. Like I always tell Ryan when he sits here, you need to take responsibility and accountability. Because the few things that he was saying in the show was like, these people trying to put me in jail. No, love, because allegedly, if you did what you didn't do, it had nothing to do with them.
Right.
It's you.
And
I
have
get
pictures.
I get, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where it's like, I get that you're upset, but you can't blame anyone for putting you in a situation. And I always say, take responsibility. And I get why he feels upset. I get that. And I just hope that maybe she can explain to him, this has nothing to do with you. They asked me about the shop, and unfortunately, they took my words.
Yeah.
I hope that that's the case.
I hope they do talk about it, because talking to them separately, it seems like they are still on opposite ends
they don't know
of their friendship. So
because at that point,
they can come back together.
If I'm about to get locked up for this,
super cool. I would like to see them apart.
I feel like they would make up. I feel like they could make up. I don't know.
They have to have
because
a heart to
Charmaine
heart.
is so
They have to have a heart to
fun
heart. I can see them having a heart to heart. But I also don't know how
it ain't gonna never be the
Ryan
same
will, now that he's with Rachel, because I feel like he, and even Dawn touched on this too, he wants to start a new life with his new girl. I'm gonna say new, because this is a new relationship, though Rachel's been in the picture. He wants to start over, and maybe these are things that he promised to her, like, yo, I'm leaving all that in the past. I would love for them to have a heart to heart, so I'm hoping that maybe everyone, even Rachel and Ryan, can say, you know what? Let's just mend it all.
Because you know what, that is a good point. Rachel will have to also like try to forgive or not be in his ear so much about the situation. Like then at some point step back sometimes. Like if he's gonna, you know, they have that heart to heart. They decide to be back into each other's lives the way they were before. Then Rachel step back. Yeah, because she is a huge factor. Yes, you know, in his decision making.
I'm hoping that happens because they were really close, Charmaine and Ryan.
Honey, that's the reason, honey. He had to get it right with his woman.
He had to.
I don't think it was a craziness. They've been crazy for a long time.
I think
collectively
he wanted to get it right, and he knows where he wants to be, and he wants to marry this girl. And I think that's something that he brought to the table. These are some things that I think, as they're communicating, yo, what are we gonna do when we move forward?
That craziness does have to. There's no room for that in no grown ass man's life.
Okay,
like that. Not that much of it. Maybe like a little taste here and there.
You got real stuff going on the outside. You got time to deal with the stuff in the shop.
Nicki tried to pop up in LA and get Phor a taste.
She looked like a full course meal, right? Like
Nicki looked like a chocolate, beautiful,
as hell,
wrapped in
divine
appetizer, entree.
Listen, I know. Usually,
she was like, "What you mean you ain't gonna give me nothing now?"
I know usually we pine over the men, but let's give a shout out to the women on the show.
Listen,
Nicki.
I know God didn't bless me like that for a reason, because I wouldn't know how to act.
Oh my goodness.
A whole fool, Drew. I would be a whole fool. You hear me? A whole fool.
God bless you, Nicki.
A whole fool.
Nicki is beautiful. That's ridiculous how beautiful she is.
She's beautiful and bossed up. Speaking of which, y'all, let's go into some special news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Speaking of our girl Nicki, guess whose DMs I slid in today? Well, first I slid in Van's DMs. And I was like, Van, what's up with Jen? And he was like, boom, boom, boom. So I slid in DM, you know, Nicki, Jen's text and said, Jen.
I'm excited. My earrings are falling off.
Jen, we want you and Nicki to come do an interview for us. And they agreed to come. And I was like, well, you can Skype in. You could do what you want to do. She was like, no, we want to come and sit with y'all. So we are going to have Nicki and Jen here at the same time, giving us double trouble. Okay,
all that sexy.
I can't wait for that.
All that sexy in one studio. And I'm
Jen
not talking
is
about us.
a
I'm
whole
talking about
tall
them.
glass of cool water. Okay, Jen is like
Jen will probably be my best friend.
I
What
love
she say
Jen.
2 weeks ago to
She's
Van?
so fun. I got a chance to hang out with her last season, and she's just a really Van and Nikki. Just a really good time.
Yes. I just want to hug
Nikki was a
Nikki.
sweetheart when I met her.
I just want to hug her.
Absolutely.
Touch her booty.
So we get to ask her about about the evolution of their, relationships with these guys, and maybe how they handle their, relationship in the spotlight and stuff, and even how Nikki's handling Phor's success, and if Jen is still scaling walls.
Look at this.
If she still has the one match to every pair of shoes that he has currently.
Jen is lit. Jen and Nikki, I can't wait.
Awesome. Like she took one of each shoe.
Yes.
I was taking notes like,
right. Yeah. I don't want to be in this position again, but just in case.
That's dope. That's
amazing.
amazing.
It's dope. Don posted him and his boys after a workout in Hunty. I was like, bruh, shorty in the red hat. Hey, red hat. Hey, red hat.
First of all, for those who are listening, if you have not seen Dawn without a shirt on, Dawn had the nerve to post him and four of his other male big friends who just worked out with each other.
It's four
with
of
their
them,
shirts off.
I ain't got no words.
We were blessed with that.
And it's 5 of them if you want to add 4. 4 was out of town though. I don't know if Phor got that kind of buff going on like his brother though.
Listen.
He got his own buff.
He's not slim thick. He got a little buff.
He got a little buff. But all those men,
thick.
But you can tell. Remember when Van's daughter was going on a date and all those muscly men came?
Yes,
and Dawn was one of them, and they had them white beaters and no shirts on.
The disrespect.
That shit was extra lovely. I was like, I've been bad. Come check me.
It's really hot here.
It's hot. Are y'all hot?
We are.
Speaking
the
of
worst.
sliding in DMs, do y'all know whose else's DMs I slid in?
Who?
I slid in Lily's DMs. Lily! And Lily had the hot sauce ready, yo. She was sitting there shaking that shit like, bitch, I got something for you. So I was like, Lily, I'm shaking the ox. I hit her up. Like, okay, Lily, because I know that it's some things going on with her character.
Right.
That we like to give them an opportunity, the cast an opportunity to come and shed light on their side of the story in case you want to clear anything up, in case you're getting made to play it or looking like, you misrepresenting yourself or whatever. Right. You could come in here and spill some tea on the light on what, like Dawn. We roasted Dawn. We did. We was like, come on, Dawn, not again.
He had a good spirit
Dawn came in here. I said Ron. Dawn came in here and was like, okay, this is what it is. And he had a good time, and then he showed everybody who he was. I tried to extend the same opportunity to Lily, and Lily was like, nah, I don't really like the way y'all be like, she curved me. And so here's my thing.
Lily.
The door is always open for you to come in, Lily. Whether you see this and realize that we're giving you an opportunity to actually show the world who you are. But just know that it's never personal. But also know that this is the life you chose. Yeah. Sorry, you signed up for this.
This is what her second
season?
Second or third season.
So you know what you're getting into now. You know how people perceive you. So.
You guys are producers, right?
Yeah.
You play off of what the character shows you, correct?
That's a fact. As a producer,
I literally spend my day typecasting people for shows. Like, that is my job.
Yeah.
So
we pick up. Here's the thing: as a producer, yes, producers are trained to produce you to do certain things, but we pick up mannerisms. We listen to your stories, and we go off what you give us. We don't just make. Say we have a quiet librarian. We're not saying take this drink and turn up. We literally would take who you are, and you when you sign your release and your agreement, and we tell you to read that. And you agreed to be on this television show, and you see how you've been portrayed for 2 seasons, you agreed to it.
Right. Well, I told her, I said, listen, I can only react and respond and review what you give us.
And don't act like you're not popping off.
And if you I was like, do you realize that they edit you looking like you spaz all the time, right? I'm like, you should holler at production to clean that up. I'm like, we giving everybody opportunity to come in here and tell their side of the story. So Lily, if you're watching, I hope that you understand that we're extending an opportunity for you to show the world who you really are. Don't take us personally.
Right.
We are, like I said in the DM, you are Lily on 9 Mag. That's it.
And we're fans.
It's nothing
the
more,
fans
nothing
out
less.
there,
You're an amazing tattoo artist, and we want to know where it's coming from. We're curious. Where does the pop-off come from?
And we even give her, like, you know, even on our last season, we show her love. And we always said we just want the best for her. Because even when Nicki used to fight, we used to be like, nah, you got to chill. But you're so dope. We see your potential.
Exactly.
And that's something we would say to Nicki if she was here as well. Exactly. And I think with Lily has to understand, like, we're fans.
Exactly.
And the same thing I told Ryan when he was sitting here. You guys have to understand the people on TV, they're not producers. They only see what you guys are giving them.
Exactly.
So thinking past
they're
what
not
they see.
We know what's up, but we want you to come and talk with us.
Exactly.
Listen, Kat sat here with us,
Yes.
and we asked her really tough questions.
She had to answer questions about the lake house.
Ryan, we get into Ryan all the time. He comes in and he kicks it with us. Phor was a sweetheart. Dawn, I think, has one of the craziest storylines. And the fact that he sat here twice and talked to us. Van sat with us. Charmaine.
Yes.
So I want Lily to know, like, we love you. We're all here. Like, it's nothing personal. We just want you to kick it with us and tell us what you think.
Yeah, I wanna like you. I wanna like you more. I wanna like your character. I'm a little confused right now.
We just want you to stop
That's
fighting.
it. That's all. You know, so the door is open. You know, but with that being said,
do you love us? Do you
Lily. But you know what? I know that she tunes in because she hit me up about Jamaica, which we're finally
now,
getting
Lily,
to.
don't watch us next week because you go to Jamaica and I reported in the news.
We cannot
a lot
talk
of
about
things
it.
happen. So it'd be dope if you can possibly come and tell us your side of the story because I've seen the behind the scenes and I know what happened. But unfortunately, I don't know the way they're going to edit it and they're going to make you seem crazy. That's why we want you to come and tell us what happened.
Already on the preview.
You know
They be making you look crazy, Lily. So either you are, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm honest about the review.
We love you. I do want to give a shout out. Shout out to Ryan's sister Nova, who passed. His sister's birthday actually was just this week. So shout out to Ryan and his family and Nova and Dawn and his baby sister's birthday, who also passed away. So shout out to them. Also shout out to like the 9 Mag team, Farrah, Dawn's publicist, Brielle, Ryan's assistant. Shout out to everyone who always helps us out. We love you guys.
Absolutely.
And shout out to all you guys.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some predictions before we leave here, y'all. Ooh, so
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
The spicy.
I was so curious. We finally get to see how they all end up in Jamaica.
I think Jamaica's going to be Jamaica's going to be a two. I'll start first. I think Jamaica's going to be a two-parter. It's a lot. And remember, a few weeks ago, we were all on their Insta snaps and we were watching the lowdown. And I was like, this is insane. And from that clip, we see Ashley and a Dawn fight. We see a Lily and a Junior and his girlfriend fight. We see maybe Loyal Inc. versus 9 Mag. It's a lot. And the fact that these guys just filmed this a month or two ago and they're still filming, I just predict a lot of messiness the next 2 weeks.
All we needed was Kat to come through the door like she came back and like,
because there's a lot that's going to happen next episode.
That's the only thing that's missing is Kat coming through the door with that smile.
I predict messiness, but I'm hoping that someone there has a conversation, like someone from one side comes to the other side and they kind of maybe
I think it's all mess. Because and then during that time, like you said, everybody was on their social media. So Van and Kat were like doing a live. And then one of the producers came on like, oh, Kat, it's so good you got out. Like, good for you. They're like, oh, we live, sir. And they had to like back on up out of it. But it was like, to me, I took that as like, yeah, this is a shit show.
It is wild.
So it's a good thing you're not here.
Wild.
Exclusive.
I don't even know. It's going to get very violent, though.
We here for it.
Can someone send us the unedited footage?
I ain't going front. Yo, the culture. Nah, I ain't going. I need to. Before I say I agree with this statement, because I don't know. Somebody was like live in the Lily fight, and I don't know who punched Lily though.
Allegedly, so
they was like somebody finally punched her in her mouth.
From the clip, from Lily's Insta story that I reported a few weeks ago, she said that Junior hit her. From the clip that you see, she runs up from it's edited. Lily, the way it's edited, it's like she runs up on Junior's girlfriend and Junior, and I don't know if Junior was protecting his girlfriend, if he just swung, I don't know if he was pushing her off.
Yeah.
But Lily and Reese, I remember the next day Lily showed her nails and they were all off, and she said that Junior, I can't believe you did this to me. So that's why we always want you guys to tell your side of the story because we don't know how it's gonna be portrayed, but someone gets hit. It's Lily, and we shall see next week. Allegedly, Junior hit her.
Well, we'll see if Lily hops out of her feelings and onto our couch to give us an exclusive.
Lily,
but until then, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have Nikki and Jen coming in soon.
I can't wait for that.
Hopefully we'll have Van in here very soon.
Love me some Van.
And we'll have to wait and see what's going to go down in Jamaica, y'all.
Yeah.
Ooh, child.
Until next week, I'm your girl, Carmen. You can find me on Instagram at king_karma_.
I am Nakia Monet, and you can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom and lurking in the comments.
And you guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at L.Marie TV.
And you can find me on all the things at OKDrewJ. And I just dropped a new podcast, so check it out at okdrewj.com.
Yes, go Drew, go Drew, go Drew. Big things popping. All right, y'all, that's all for us. So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
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 From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.